Payton, by the way, is 58 years old, same age here as Krusty. And so they list these jobs, and these are the 5 potential destinations. Television will be we think the number one.
Who do you think has a stronger libido, you or Sean?
Sean.
Okay.
Sean, yeah, he can pull Saint cheerleaders.
Easy. That's probably against club rules.
Well,
that's game. That's not
married.
libido.
He's married to one.
Drive.
Yeah, it's not libido.
That's skill.
Like, how much?
I'm about to talk to you about this whole thing with this men's tea thing you guys talk about.
Are you trying to get fired up?
You guys always talk about how fired up you get about it. I'm like, well, maybe it might help.
It's a good place. Men's tea clinic.
58 years. Do you think it'll help a 58-year-old?
Hell
guy?
yes.
Really?
Yeah. You'd be a jackrabbit.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Listen, it's to make you feel better.
Sounds vulgar.
Energy.
Jackrabbit. What?
You'd be out there
bouncing all over the place.
You'd be a hamster.
Doing something all over the place.
Getting it.
Hamster.
Yes.
All right. I like it. All right. First team. Let's go with this team first. Would the Jacksonville Jaguars make any sense? Okay, Trevor Lawrence had a rough rookie year. The organization faces huge uphill challenges. The quarterback, doesn't grow on trees. Khan, the owner, making the next hire based on stability, track record, with Payton and all that. Far from an upgrade compared to the Saints, but the place Payton could make his mark. Are we interested in the Jacksonville Jaguars?
I think it has a lot of the things in place for him.
Huge cap. They've got more cap space than anybody. He can really run that thing in the ground.
Yeah, I think I'd rather do that than work on television if I'm Sean Payton.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we would.
So that's like a 5-year commitment.
I think so. I think you would. If I'm Sean Payton, I would watch the tape of their games and be like, what do I think of Trevor? Like, is he the sort of guy that everybody thought that he could be, and can I get that out of him? Then I think that'd be fun for him.
Yeah, I think Sean Payton with a young quarterback might actually be some fun. How about the New York Football Giants? Now, Payton worked there at one time. He was an offensive coordinator there. Payton is, New York is an ideal spot to continue his inroads if he's looking for some like media stuff maybe. But it is a homecoming for him like what Dallas would be. Do you think enough of the Giants if you're Sean Payton to want to take that job on over television?
Oh, yeah, because they're going through transition at lots of key spots. You can step in there and you don't have to unseat anybody. There's not an entrenched GM. There's not a president or anybody that is going to challenge the way you want to build a team.
For me, if I could transport myself into Sean's body, I don't think I'd have interest in that job because right now Sean Payton is considered a genius, right? Offensively, just an incredible coach. I don't want to go somewhere with a bad line and no quarterback. You show up and it's like, I'm kind of putting who I am on the line here. I would want to believe in my quarterback if I were doing that.
Is the rebuild too big for him? Because he walked away probably from a rebuild at the Saints, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so probably.
The Giants you would say TV. Gavin says coach, you say TV, right?
I wouldn't mind a rebuild, but I need to believe that I have or I'm about to have a quarterback for my rebuild. Like the Saints don't, and they went 9-8, and it's not a great draft class. Jacksonville has what a lot of people consider to be an incredible talent coming into the league, and the Giants are staring down the barrel of Daniel Jones.
Okay. Chicago Bears. Justin Fields has the potential to be a franchise signal caller for 15 years, though the offensive guy his teams have been relying on the type of grit and guile local fans would love. Payton has been a savior for a completely lost franchise before, and this would be a similar undertaking. Chicago Bears.
Oh, yeah, that's a great opportunity right there. How could he not love that? Is that his home state?
He is from Naperville, Illinois. Yes.
Yeah, that's a great job right there. There's very few brands that are close to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And there's 2 of them that are available right now, the Giants and the Bears. Shoot, yeah.
Yeah, if you thought Taysom Hill could play, I would go to where Justin Fields is. Yeah. And I'd get some offensive line in there, and you want to work with somebody who's got the tools to be a really, really good quarterback, I think that would be a lot of fun.
Okay, the team not on this list, and then I'll get to the final one. How about the Vegas Raiders?
No.
Now, Sean is
boy, he might like Vegas.
That's what I'm saying.
He might have a great time in Vegas.
Sean is a guy that likes to have a good time. And all night have a good time guy.
Yeah, hang out with Jerry at the combine.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of good time.
Yeah, and then show up and evaluate players.
Yeah.
So Vegas, I mean, with their roster and stuff, what you saw down the stretch, anything for Vegas on that one on you?
Oh.
David Carr.
Derek, sir.
Derek Carr. I say David. I keep seeing
got
on
broken
TV.
in half in a hurry in the league.
Yeah.
Dude, I want the Raiders job. I guess.
More than TV?
Like Carr's okay. Nope, I do TV.
Okay.
I do TV because you do have to factor in that I think in part of Sean's mind, he wouldn't mind a year off to recharge, hang out here, have dinner with Jerry, and then next year have Jerry calling him all day. You're so loved. Oh, my God, I want you so badly
and Sean would love that. Sean,
Yeah.
oh, thank you, Jerry. Yes, thank you, Jerry.
Been thinking about it.
Number
Yeah,
one
yeah.
is the Dallas Cowboys. And they're saying is Dak Prescott is an obvious upgrade over Taysom Hill. The Cowboy window is still wide open, and coaching the biggest brand in football is very alluring to him. Increased scrutiny wouldn't faze him after navigating a myriad of on and off the field challenges in New Orleans. If Payton wants to return to work under Jones, then this is a very, very strong possibility.
Yeah, that's better than TV for sure. Yeah, you coach the Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, the answer is I'm going to go do TV until the Cowboys job is filled, and I don't have a shot at that. But I think it's very telling that there's some really good jobs available. The texters even say, the Raiders might be the most win-ready team on that list. I'm not a big Derek Carr fan. Yeah. I think your potential is pretty capped with him as your quarterback, so I wouldn't want that job. I feel like we got to get rid of him and find a new quarterback.
Yeah.
But there's some really good jobs out there. The only way I'm taking one of them is if with Talks and Jerry, I realize this thing's not going to come together this year. Next.
The Raider job to me, and the reason I brought it up is because, again, you had a head coach out there in John Gruden, and Sean and John and I all worked together in Philadelphia. So he saw how, again, he could go out there and be head coach guy and be general manager.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's the one path that kind of leads to, like, oh, well, hey, I could go do this.
Total autonomy. Yeah.
And I have a feeling if it's not TV and not the Cowboys, it would be the Raiders. That would be that would be the one that I would pick. I think that Sean Payton would try and do.
Well, after doing that exercise, what I want then is for one of those teams, maybe the Raiders, to come hard after him and force Jerry's hand to make this happen now.
I think that Jerry understands he has to try and make this work right now. I don't think Jerry has time to be waiting around. I really don't. Yeah.